It's July 2021 and it's hot here in San Jose. Is the real estate market still hot? Well, stay tuned for the market update. Hi, I'm Theresa Wellman with HomeownerExperience.com, your local San Jose, California realtor. I help home buyers and sellers strategically plan their next move. So today we're talking about the market update. It's hot here in July. Is the real estate market still hot? What are the indicators? Well, let's jump into the charts and take a look at the market outlook.
Okay, here we are for the market update. Now we are halfway into the year 2021. So what is the real estate market looking like? Well, we are just continuing to break records. The market continues to be strong with extremely low supply, especially for the summer. The demand is really high. We've had year-to-date 5,500 sales in Santa Clara County. And if we look back the last couple of years, we weren't even close to that. 3,300 in 2020 and 4,000 in 2019 year-to-date for the first 6 months. So extremely strong sales, and the market just keeps going. How long will this keep going? Well, gosh, let's talk a little bit more detail about the San Jose factors and what I see. So in the field, I'm still seeing multiple offers, especially for the really nice special properties. The average is over 10% above the list price on average, right? So again, there's probably some that aren't selling that high, but there's some that are selling more. The last couple I've closed have been 20% over asking in San Jose. Yes, they were really nice special properties, and therefore the buyers reacted such. So there's just not a lot of choices, and buyers know that. So when that special property comes along, they're willing to pay for it. And it is the lowest supply that we've had on record for over 20 years. Let me say that again. Lowest supply this time of year for over 20 years. If I look back again, let's go back to that Santa Clara County data. There's only a very few times where we've seen winter numbers this low in over 20 years. And if we're looking at this San Jose market, you can see there's a couple times again in the winter, but definitely not June and July. We're never this low in June and July. So this strong supply and demand imbalance just is continuing to fuel the market, and the prices are continuing to appreciate. So the June stats were closed with good, strong numbers again. The average price increased 1.5% from the previous month, with a 25% almost a year-over-year appreciation, which is just huge. And the supply is just really not much increased. The sales, though, they are up 20% from the previous month and up 45% from the year before. So the key takeaways here are the days of inventory is still very low with only 12 days. Inventory is just not seeming to increase. It's actually down 2.7% from the month before. And the pending sales are still at record levels. So wow, I just don't know when this is going to end, but 72% of the homes available for sale are in contract, which is a really strong number. Where's the inventory? Everyone thought when the COVID rules went away or really loosened, there might be more inventory coming. Supposedly everyone's leaving California, and there are a lot of people moving, but there are more people buying houses in this area than there are people leaving. So factors that can change the market are still the same. I'm not going to take the economy as one of those. I think we're beyond that risk here, but the increasing interest rate, I think, is the biggest risk at this point. So did you know that a jump from 3% to 3.25% is about $110 a month? Or you lose $25,000 in purchase power. So that could dampen the prices a little bit if the interest rates continue to increase through the end of the year, when I expect, and I've been told, they could be up to 3.5%. So that definitely will affect the affordability, but especially if the prices continue to appreciate, we're just knocking out more and more buyers out of the affordability range. Now, the stock market, if it changes, that can affect demand, but there's no trend of that right now. And there sure needs to be a lot more inventory to really change the supply and demand imbalance. So here's the interest rates. They're still hovering right around 3% for a conforming loan. And yes, in San Jose area, Santa Clara County, many people get jumbo loans. I'm seeing home purchases that are just over $1 million, $1.1 million. Sometimes people are doing an 80-10-10 or an 80-15-5 to break it up for have a little bit lower down payment and maybe not a full 80%, but getting that conforming loan limit of 822 or something locked in with an additional rate for the second loan just to help and lock in those really low rates. So again, I expect these to increase throughout the year, but I haven't seen it yet. Now, the S&P 500 versus the Santa Clara County home prices, look at this. They both just continue to go upward. So what do you think that means with home prices? Probably continues to go upward unless we see a huge huge change in the inventory or a huge significant change in the interest rates. Unemployment continues to improve, which means there's just more money. So all those factors are really telling me that the market is continued to be very strong throughout 2021. So now let's change gears a little bit and go into the condo market. This is Santa Clara County wide for the condo and townhome market. Now, days of inventory is a little bit different. We're at 20 days. Now, compared to 12, which wasn't horrible, of course, but 20 is not a huge difference, but there is a noticeable difference. Also, I will just say at the condo price point, which is averaging in the mid 800s or so, that buyers in that price point just don't have the same amount of cash. And so it feels a little bit different. They're not able to take as much risk with contingencies, etc. So the sales numbers are up, but the pending have turned a little bit. So maybe we've hit the peak in the market for summer sales, but the inventory is still not really increasing very much. And we're still seeing about 4.7% over asking price. So still very strong, good, healthy market. I don't think anyone's going to complain with selling your condo in a week over asking price. Now, the supply versus demand imbalance here is still considered a seller's market, but like I mentioned before, just not quite as extreme as the single family home market, but still a good market. So next, if you want to get more information about selling your home, watch my video on the common mistakes to avoid. Or if you're thinking about buying, watch how to start the research phase on this video, both of them linked here. Thanks for joining me.